Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring the Chanel Holiday Collection. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. I feature luxury beauty, Chanel, Chantecaille, Dior, Tom Ford, you name it. If it's luxury beauty, I'm probably trying it out. Today, I received my order, the palette for the holiday season, as well as one of the Oversize illuminating face powders. There are two of them. So this is an Or Rose. And by the time this is going up, I don't believe they're available online just yet, but they will be soon. So make sure you are subscribed because I will post in the comments, not the comments, the community tab that they are available. I will leave links. I will also leave links in my stories on Instagram. If you're not already following me on Instagram, it's everydayeditxo, and I post in the stories. In addition to the palette and the highlighter, I picked up the Rouge Allure Laxe, as well as two of the Rouge Allure Lustre. I'll try on all of these products with you, and I was surprised by one of them. It's not what I expected it to perform or like on, so I'll talk about that during the try on as well as at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the Chantecaille's Anti-Pollution Mattifying Cream, just to mattify the center here. Taking a bit of the Sheer Glow Rose Face Tint, again by Chantecaille, right under the eye. Chanel Sublimage L'Essence de Teint, and this is in B40. And I'm using my SHISEIDO brush. Use this giant mirror from the highlighter. Chanel Complexion Touch, this is in B30, just under the eye. Using that as my concealer. Going with Clay to Pose Concealer in Mocha. Chantecaille's Next Generation Eye Base in Medium. This always helps a little bit of my La Prairie Concealer, just a little bit. Perfect Blur Powder, Buff and Blur Brush. And I almost forgot, but it's okay because I don't powder the exterior of my face. I'm going in with the Cream Bronzer by Chanel in shade 392. This is a Rephr number 4 brush as well. Going in with the Chanel eyebrow product. This is the Duo here. Just gonna take a little bit of powder. I'm gonna go with 032 in the Dior Show product I love so much. See how they work together. Let's go in with the palette first. So we've got the palette here. If you missed the unboxing, I did some close-ups, some swatches, described the palette to you. So now that I've had a chance to kind of see what they're made of, I'm gonna go in with this one right here, which turned out to be less of a coppery tone and more of a mocha tone once I swatched it. So you can see it on the brush here. I'm gonna put this all over the eye and then we're gonna build. So we'll do something simple first. So I've got this Rephr number 2 brush. Even though this looked mocha upon swatching, it does provide more color and is looking a little bit more coppery. Not like an orange coppery tone, but it's like a warm tone. Actually, let me switch to Rephr number 1 brush. Let's try that. See if we can get it to come out a little bit further. Okay, pretty. So let's go in and build a little bit with this deepest shade right here. I'm gonna take this shade. It's taking a little bit more effort to get some color on the brush here. Those two seemed easy to blend. I'm just gonna take a little bit of a fluffier brush. These are the Wayne Goss brushes that I don't think are available anymore. Okay, going in with this Sonia G, I'm gonna take this shade right here. Yeah, that's a really interesting shade because it doesn't look like this once it's on the eye. Definitely looks more coppery. Yeah, you can see it right there. So I have to be careful that I don't add this too close to the eye because I can see it's gonna make me look like the part that I concealed that I was tired. That actually makes me look a little bit tired. So let me take the deepest shade here and get that closer to my eye. So you could do something like that, which isn't anything, I think, very different than what you can find out there. But let's go in with this shade right here. I'm just gonna add that to my lid and see how that looks. Definitely looking more like an apricot kind of look. Interesting. Okay, now let's go in with this shade because I think maybe that'll help take it away from that apricot eye look. But yeah, it's very sparkly. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more brown just because it's turning a little bit too fall-like. Let's go in with a little bit more of this brown. Not at all how I thought this would turn out. Okay, let me add some mascara and then let's see how it looks. Okay, I went in with the Esum dual-sided pencil, so brown on the top. I tight lined with that, did a little kitten wing there, and then it has gold on the other side, so I went in the waterline with that. Yeah, I have thoughts about this eye makeup, but let's go ahead with this blush. I had questions about what do I think now that I've used it. I didn't love it the first time. By the way, this is a DIOR Holiday blush in 556. I did wear it a few times since then, and I liked it. Isn't my #1 blush though that I would pull for, but it's nice if you wanted to get it. It's not bad, it's just not my first choice. But I thought I'd try it on again here with a different foundation. For this blush, I'm gonna say it's good if you want a glow because it has a glow to it. But if you have texture and you're concerned, I would pass on this because if I build this up, I'm gonna get some texture. And I can especially tell because I do bring blush all the way up here. So I hope that helps. So if you have any concerns with texture, I might pass on this one. But if you want that glow and you're not worried about it, then it's a pretty blush, but just not one that I would pull for first. So I'm gonna just go in here with the blur powder just to soften that a little bit in the front. Oh, by the way, Chantecaille just came out with their Glow Blur powder. It's their holiday collection, so if you wanted to pick that up, I posted that. So I think it was on their site today. So if you were looking at this Chantecaille blur powder, I haven't tried it yet though, and some of you wanted a little bit more of a glow. I'm hoping that's what it is. It's hopefully will be like a combination of this powder and a little bit of glow, but I'll leave that link below in case you're interested. Okay, let's go ahead and try these lip products. Oh no, highlighter. Almost forgot about the highlighter. This is the highlighter, and this is the ÉCLAT Lunaire in Or Rose, and this is the oversized one. It looked really pretty, so I'm gonna take, I'm not sure what brush to take. I don't want to put on that much at a time. I might use this one. It's a blush brush, but I've also used it with a highlighter, and it's by Roen. Yeah, that's really pretty. It has like that same kind of finish as the Camellia. Actually, do I have that right here? Got all my Chanel here. Let me see. Kind of reminds me of that kind of quality, except here's the difference in the tones, and the it's deeper than that one as well. Let me swatch them. The Camellia might be a little bit drier, but this is the Camellia, and then this is the new one that I picked up, the oversized one. Yeah, it looks like it has that like, as if it was born from a liquid kind of highlighter. I did have questions as well about this highlighter. Is it possible to use it all over the face? I'm gonna wait till the very end to do that because right now I just wanna keep it right here, but I'm gonna add it to the inner corner. But I can see it'll bring about texture if you are concerned about that. Like, let me just smile. But not badly. Not like some other highlighters I've tried, because there aren't chunky particles in here. But with almost any glowy product, there's going to be that potential to bring out texture. And I can see a little bit got on my pores here, and it's emphasizing them for sure. If you're concerned about texture, I would pass on that. It's not bad, but it's, you know, typical of any product that reflects the light like that. But it's beautiful. I'll try this all over the face at the end. Let's try the Rouge, Allure, Laque products first. And these are the ones that do this. Thank goodness they write the numbers on the actual packaging here, this part of it, because once the lid comes off and they get separated, it's hard to see what it is. So this one is 824. As you can see, I styled my hair, so I thought I'd take a moment to do that. So this lipstick has been on for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it still looks really nice. That's what I love the most about this lipstick. It looks really fresh for a while. Okay, I'm gonna remove that one. Does leave a bit of color behind, but we're gonna go in next with number 827. This is the one that looks like it had a little bit of brown in it. Definitely a hint of brown in there. It makes it a little bit more dramatic than the other one. Okay, this is the one I was probably the most excited about, the Rouge Allure Laque in 88. Now there is a little bit of color left over from the other shades, but let's see. Yeah, I think this is really beautiful. So if you want one that's going to be an everyday kind of lip, or just your lips a bit better, and you'll like this formula, then you'll like this. So I had a question too about, is this a long wear? Does it leave a stain? I think this question. Does this leave a stain, or is it more long wear? And for me, I like that it's hydrating for a longer amount of time. Let me check for if it leaves a stain though, because I can't recall that it did that, but it may also have been the shades I was using. It does leave a bit of color behind, but I'm really gonna have to watch this over a longer time. Let me watch it, and then I will follow up and let you know if I feel like it leaves a stain, if it's even. And also let us know if you've used these, what your experience is with the lip color, if it's more hydrating or if it leaves a stain for you, or both. I'm gonna go in though now with this one that is the redder shade. This is in 89. And I wanna say there's a different kind of, and the other one may have had it too, where there's like a satin finish. There's something reflective in here, I think, but it's really subtle. I think, as you can see, I think that's the most festive shade I've tried on. And there is a bit of a something in the finish here. Very faint glow to it. So no detectable particles. There's definitely a more satiny finish. Something that's catching the light. I like it, it's really subtle. So if you want that metallic look, but it brings out those lines in the lips, this gives that look without it being totally unflattering on the lips. Although I have to say, there still is a little bit, just a little bit of an appearance of more lines in my lips than I normally have. So just know that. It's not like a totally smoothing kind of appearance. If you want something smoother looking, I would go with these first ones I tried on, the Rouge Allure Laque, these that come in this. These have a much more flattering look on the lips. Yeah, and this one, for some reason, it feels a little bit less moisturizing than the other ones I've tried in the past. I don't know if it's because of what's in here. Let me see how that feels in a little bit, and then we'll be able to see, I'll be able to see too on the playback how visible that is to you. But yeah, I can see it here. Okay, let's talk about these products. So this, I think, is the one that did not look anything like I thought it would look on. Mainly this shade up here. Online, it looked coppery. In person, it looked mocha. And then on the eye, it did pull more into that apricot. Definitely more of like a reddish orangey hue in there somewhere. You can see it right now. Yeah, so even with these two, it was almost like a really warm fall eye, which is nothing like it looks really. So that looks very different on. This made it really fall-like, adding that color. And then this one, I think made it a bit more holiday. Even the fact that I added a little bit more brown didn't calm it down. It still looked very fall. I liked these two shades here. This did definitely make it more of a party look. Maybe not the first or second palette I would pull for. So I don't know if this is one that I would say would sell out quickly or anything like that. Not like Mediterranean, that one went fast. This is not, I don't think, of that level. But my first impression on this right now is that it's okay. It's okay for a Chanel palette. I mean, it's pretty. I think they did a nice job with the design. Then going ahead with this highlighter. I think this was really pretty. And I had a question about, could you put this all over your face? So I'm gonna try that and see how it goes. So I've got a Roen Everything powder brush, and I'm just gonna take a little bit and then see what it looks like on. Just a little. Okay, there's a really thin layer of it on. And I think if you have like perfect skin with no texture issues, you might be able to do that and have a nice glow if you go really gentle. Or I guess if you have really nice skin, you could go in with more, it wouldn't matter. But yeah, I would go in really light-handedly. I would probably pull for something more like an Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder or something like that before I would pull for this, so as a finishing powder, like Radiant Light or something like that. But you could definitely do something like really gentle all over the face, because I don't see detectable particles, but I definitely see texture. I wouldn't use it that way, but because it doesn't have any intermittent detectable particles, I think you could definitely give it a try. Then for the lips, the Lustre product, this one, I really liked the first one I tried just because of the shade 824, that pinkier shade. I thought that was really pretty. So if you're of my coloring and you liked that shade, I thought that was really nice. The other one was a little too brown for me, but I know some people really like that kind of look. But for me, that was something I didn't need to have. And then these Laques, I really liked the first one I tried, number 88, this one, that pinkier toned one, that was really pretty. But I want to say it has a similar satin finish to it. Yeah, there was something in there that had a similar glow. Let me use this for a few more days and see how it goes. But the shade here, 89, seems like it's a little bit drier than the ones I've tried in the past. There really isn't anything that I'm totally in love with here. Not in love with the palette, not in love, well, I do really love this lip, that first pink lip I tried on. This is very nice if you're a highlighter person. Now, I am not a highlighter person, but I think it's really beautiful. It's a collector's kind of product if you like that kind of thing. So this is not something I had to have, but I was glad to try it out. And then the lips, if you like this color, for sure I would go with this one, 824. I would go with that one. And then again, I just want to make sure we're not having the same kind of more dry feeling with this, number 88. Yeah, not in love with most of the products I picked up, which is normally not the case. Usually I'll love at least half of what I picked up, but I didn't love this Chanel holiday collection. Let me know your thoughts. Really beautiful packaging though. I have to say everything packaging wise is beautiful, but I did not fall in love with most of the products I picked up, and that's rare. So it's a little bit disappointing because I was really excited mostly about the Chanel collection over anything else that I saw. So maybe my expectations were too high, I don't know. But let me know what you think, what your experience has been, or if you're gonna pick anything up, I'd love to know. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.